Time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim-flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
And here we go. There's the theme song. There's my, I guess mantra. Food, glorious food. We're here on the Lunchbox. I love Thursdays, especially the first Thursday of the month, which is when you will find us at Wicked Cheesesteaks and what else? Pizza and lobster rolls and all kinds of great stuff they have here in Fort Lauderdale, right across the street from Holy Cross Hospital. And you can tell I'm filibustering a little bit there, Defo DeForest, as I am linking up the show onto the glorious Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group, 106,000 strong and growing.
106, nice.
And here we are, first day of June, first day of the NBA Finals, the first day of what could be a double championship month in South Florida. That is crazy. How are you, Jeff DeForest?
I couldn't be better. Having a good time. All of a sudden, we're inundated with interview requests from out of town to comment on this phenomenon here in South Florida sports. I think we're going to win one of these titles. I don't know about two, but it certainly makes it a lot more exciting. Would you settle for one?
Oh,
I'd settle for zero at this point.
Really?
It's been a lot of fun, sure.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you're one of those just enjoy the ride and we've gone as far as we can go, there are no more rounds. Both of our teams have gone into June completely unexpected championship runs. You could just say we're satisfied. Diana, as they say at the Jewish Passover tables, the Seder tables.
You're at the final table. It's you and Phil Hellmuth, but you came in with some internet buy-in, and you're about to take down $8 million. So it becomes 4. You're okay with it, right?
Yeah, but once you come this close, you want it all. You want that title, that bracelet, that belt, that trophy, that cup. And so I'm hoping for 1 out of 2. And the Heat is a franchise that's tasted success before. They've had championship runs. This one's unexpected. This team might be a little too inconsistent. And the Denver Nuggets maybe look a little too good all around. I'm going to say Heat are going to lose, and the Panthers are going to win it all, and they're going to drink from Lord Stanley's cup for the first time. Vinny Viola, even though maybe I'm not thrilled with him and his regime and what they do sometimes.
Even though you hate the team, you are rooting for them, which is kind of noble on your part.
I don't hate the team. I hate the organization. When I say organization, I mean the people at the top. I don't hate anybody. It's just that Doug Sifu, we had a beef in the past.
Don't get started.
Again, but it's all good now. I came in today. I'm a new Mike Mayo.
I mentioned Sifu. Okay. I didn't even mention him. You brought him up. Hey, this would be, though, your playoff headquarters for food. I mean, if you're in the Broward County area, anywhere on the east side of town, because they have everything that you want.
We on the Lunchbox have you covered. Besides Wicked Cheesesteaks and pizza and lobster rolls and chicken wings, they got everything here. And they're at 4826 North Federal Highway. And Brian and his crew, his lovely wife, Sonata, they will hook you up with whatever you need, whether it's the subs, the cheesesteaks, even quesadillas, pizza pies.
Well, today we're going to showcase all
about lobster mac and cheese.
Lobster mac and cheese. Whatever party you're throwing for whatever game you're watching, whether it's the pucks or the hoops, they've got you covered here at Wicked Cheesesteak. We're going to have all kinds of goodies today. The other place, of course, that is going to be playoff headquarters, especially at night during the games.
Oh, yeah. They're Monday.
Shenanigans, and was able to get in touch with, Pat, he's on board for a Monday a show at Shenanigans.
Nice.
Right after that big playoff weekend, championship weekend getting underway with the Panthers on Saturday. Heat game 2 is going to be on Sunday. So at that point on Monday, we're going to have 3 games to discuss with him. It's going to be all kinds of good stuff. Great place to go also to watch the games with all the full, gastropub food and all the great beers and cocktail specials. Again, Shenanigans is in Dania Beach in my neighborhood, 1300 South Federal Highway. Anyway, this is a giddy time, but I got to start today with kind of an overall. It's a crazy food, life, philosophy, gambling story. You talk about final tables, Defo. Are you ready?
How much time do we have? Because I was going to check in with my doctor at the hospital there and see what my blood numbers were.
All right, here we go. I'm
Okay.
going to give you a kind of the capsule is all right. This is a tale involving Dickstein, pizza,
right away. I mean, you're going into the macabre here.
and
you and Dickstein.
and Hard Rock chips.
Okay.
In
Chips.
denominations of going up to $500 chips.
Oh,
Okay.
geez.
Okay,
Okay.
Dickstein was at the blackjack table.
No. Okay. Dickstein was at the blackjack tables last month.
Yeah.
All right. Here's how it goes. And this has me questioning my whole keto.
For the uninitiated, we have to establish who Dickstein is.
This has you questioning your
okay,
keto.
Because you guys were featured now on magazine covers.
Yes.
I suppose, the whole world.
Very nice
Yes.
write up in the Delray Boca magazine, spotlighting the best of Delray, best of local app that you could download.
Thank
on your
Bonnie, too,
Google.
for dusting off that little thumbnail shot of you.
Yes.
It was definitely from the distant past.
No,
So-
that was a
That
shot
was recent?
actually taken by Dickstein. Dickstein,
No.
one of his talents is he takes great pictures, especially portrait shots of me. He
Oh,
makes
really?
me look fabulous. He makes me
You
look.
did. You look great. I said,
He
who's
doesn't,
that?
he doesn't even use filters or
Dickstein, yeah.
touch-ups. But all right, Steve Dickstein, CEO, founder of Best of Local, Best of Delray Beach, which is the app that I've been
Yeah.
working on for 2 years now, and we've gotten it off the ground, and we're starting to get some momentum and all kinds of good stuff.
When are
I've
you
been-
going to concede and put Dada on the list of good restaurants there? Because I noticed that on Let's Eat
It's
South Florida.
on the app.
Everybody
It's just
throws it
it's
in as
not
one
in
of
my
their three.
best of the
All right.
best. I
Okay.
do a best
All
of the best list. Okay.
All right, just saying,
Dada
yeah.
is a wonderful place. It
All right.
has an outdoor thing. Don't get me sidetracked, Defo.
I want to
okay?
hear this story. You
Here we
can't
go.
talk too much about this
Okay,
story.
because I've been on this keto journey. I started it 18 days ago. It was more than 2
Journey.
weeks, honest. And it's hard in my line of work because I get invited to these events like that wonderful Temple Street Eatery brunch,
Yep.
and then they're bringing
That
out
was lots of
platters
carbs,
of
yep.
dim
Did you have
sum
the
and
empanada?
dumplings. No, I opened up the
That was
empanada
good.
and it just
Yeah,
had the
wow.
interior.
Are
I
you
didn't
kidding me?
have-
That's not even something you can eat the interior. It's just
Yeah,
cream cheese
and
and jelly.
No, not the guava one. The chicken,
fried chicken one. Yeah.
the chicken one.
The
The
Korean
one with the
chicken.
spinach and
And
mushroom.
then they come out with the platters of the dumplings with all the beautiful fresh route.
And that's in, like,
wontons.
noodles.
So in other
Yeah,
words, you
that's in
came in
noodle.
and you ate
Well,
all of it.
that
Yeah.
I allowed myself a little cheat on Sunday, right?
Which is, I don't
He's
mind
chuckling.
that, but I don't mind
Please.
that. I'd
I'm
rather you
trying
do
to
You
that
have a
more.
bat. I want to hit this kid.
I'd rather
I
you
was
do
trying to
that
have
more.
discipline, right? Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
but
yes.
my feng shui was messed up. Like everything.
Feng
Okay.
shui.
What is that?
Yeah,
Is that how
my
feng shui works?
internal core,
Okay.
the energy I was sending out into the universe, especially when
Just
in-
have the liver and
with
onions.
with gambling. When I was at a poker
Oh,
table
oh, yeah, yeah.
or betting on horses in the last week or
Yeah,
so.
it's no good when you're out
It's
of
just
sync.
like my brain, like the bad
You
things
were like
were
the
happening.
Celtics
You're
in
not
Game
eating.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so this saga begins. We had a little bit of a business meeting function last night up in Delray at Deck 84, and Burt
Oh,
Rappaport
that
of
place
the
is
whole
so great.
Rappaport
Great spot.
restaurant
That
group.
place is great.
Great place. And again, for happy hour, we were in there. We were having a couple of drinks, doing some business with
Did you look to Bert to pick up the tab again?
Bert is up in the Hamptons now for the
Oh, yeah,
summer.
okay,
He's
good.
gone, but
Lucky him.
I wasn't looking to anybody for anything. Although Dickstein did pick up the tab, so thanks for that. I did have a
He's
couple
very
of
good about that.
vodka cocktails.
I want to hang out with this guy just for that reason.
All right, so
I don't
here we
care if I
are.
like him or not.
Dickstein
I think he's a
had
good dude. I like
a session at the Hard Rock a few weeks ago where it was so late at night he just got out of there without. There was a big line at the cashier. You know how
Oh, he
that
took
happens.
the chips with him.
Took the chips with him. He had
Oh.
about 600 in poker chips
All right.
with him. So when I was up there yesterday, I said, "Why don't you give me the chips and I'll redeem them for you? But just that'll be considered part of my whatever that I get for this month."
Oh, so that was a way you could assure yourself of getting paid from this guy,
Yes, I got
as
this.
opposed to the
He- no,
usual.
he's
well,
always-
we got some money coming in.
He's prompt.
Yeah.
But he gave me these chips, and I said, "Okay, there's a new pizza place or Italian restaurant up in Delray that just opened. It's called the Twisted Tomato, and we talked about it the other
Right.
day.
Yeah,
I don't know if
sounds
you remember.
interesting. Yeah,
This
sounds
Forge
interesting.
pizza, something
Yeah.
that I had
Yes.
never heard
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
and that was explained as kind of similar to some of these, like up in upstate New York. They have some of
Syracuse, New
these
York.
bakeries with these square,
It's
like
a regular
kind of
pizza,
thinner,
but like a rectangle.
Right. But apparently this place, the Twisted Tomato, specializes in these forge pies.
Mhm.
And their explanation is it comes out of Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, that there was a bar up there that
All right.
started making this style. Everybody has a story.
Yeah.
The Detroit style is with the steel workers pan and the bar.
But this
with
was
the-
off limits to you anyway.
Well, I'm not supposed to be eating pizza on keto, right?
Yes.
Who is it that you're answering to, though?
That was
Myself.
himself. He's a lunatic. You know it's
Well,
him.
geez, I'm not supposed
If
to.
it
Who
was his
said?
ex-wife, he wouldn't care.
No,
it's
it's
him.
myself. And then this becomes an internal battle of what is my true self.
Well,
What is my
we all face these
What
questions.
is my
yeah,
true
but I
self?
choose to just cave
Here at
in.
Wicked Cheesesteaks,
Yeah, say,
we
let me
get
do it.
deep.
part of my job is to sample new places and new things.
Yes.
I was
We're
intrigued
We're
by
aware.
this Forge pizza. Okay.
All right, all right.
Are you?
So after we had this business meeting, I phoned up the place and I said, I just want a basic cheese pie. I said, your Forge pizza. They said 6 or 12. I said 6. I just
Okay.
want the small one.
Okay.
And my mindset
Nope.
You
was
have a
Defo,
slice.
Yeah.
that I'm just gonna have a bite, like a couple of bites, just to see what this pizza's all
Like
about.
Portnoy all of a sudden.
Which is
And-
fine.
Yes, everybody knows the rules. Just 1 or 2 bites.
Fine.
And then
One
the guy
bite.
eats the whole pie.
And then, well, I just wanted to, for my own professional purposes, to be able to write something.
all right.
That's
all
I
right.
fine.
stop
That's
in there.
smart.
Okay, my game plan was this: I'll pick up the pizza from the place. I'll go down to the Hard Rock and redeem my chips, and then go home. Right. So
Makes
what
sense.
happens?
You ate the whole pie, had another one, and then went down there and gambled the money away before
lost
you
all
had a
your
chance
cash.
to
I
cash.
take this pizza out. It was like a square thing. I took the first bite of it. It was still melting from the oven. It had this weird cheese. It was this blend of cheeses, like
Uh-oh.
this Wisconsin brick cheese. Do you know Wisconsin
Yes,
brick
it's
cheese?
great. It's great.
And then it seemed like it was blended maybe with something else, but it was like almost a creamy cheese, and it was like falling off the bite. When I had that first bite,
This
Yeah.
is why you don't
What'd you think?
go keto.
well, what did I think? I didn't have a freaking piece of bread for 17 days.
Exactly.
It's like
you're done. Okay,
it,
yeah.
it could have been shoe leather on tree bark, and I would have
Exactly.
said, "This is the
Papillon
best
at a
pizza I've
pizzeria.
ever
I was
had."
just telling
Unbelievable.
Brian
Yeah.
why I hate keto.
Yeah.
This is why I hate
And-
keto.
So I take one bite, and
Oh,
then I
man.
take another bite. I ate
Right.
the whole slice. I was like, "Oh my god, that was so satisfying."
Did you get another
I don't
pizza
even know if
after?
the pizza's good or not. The creaminess of the
Ah.
cheese, it was falling everywhere. I was like you because I was in the
You
car. I
could
was
have had
like
a piece of
driving,
rubber
while,
yeah.
but I felt
How
like
can you eat pizza in the
Popeye when he opens the can of
Yeah,
spinach.
I just drank.
I just felt like I was back to myself, and I'm motoring down the highway. I
Oh my God.
I go straight to the guitar. It's like the guitar was the beacon.
Oh, I
It's
thought
like,
you were trying to pay with the poker chips.
no.
Okay.
So I go, and here's Brian.
Look at
He's
this guy.
bringing,
Unbelievable.
and this
He's
is where
trying.
we're-
Brian's
Thank you,
trying
Brian.
to work
You
with
came
you.
at
I'm
exactly
back
the right
on
time.
the
You're
yeah.
lunatic.
I have to understand where
Oh,
I'm
it
going.
smells so good.
but-
What do you got there? Jeez.
And here we
Smells
have
like
Brian.
wings,
What do
yeah.
you got for us? And my keto-friendly diet.
His homemade garlic
Never mind
aioli,
your
his
cheese. You're just
homemade
talking about eating the
blue
whole
cheese.
pizza.
Wait, I didn't eat the whole
So
pizza. At
anyways,
this
did you
point, I
just keep
ate
it
a
to one
slice.
slice? Did you just keep it to one slice?
I'm gonna keep everyone in
Such a clown,
suspense.
this guy.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, and Lisa, is it Larry or Lisa wants to know what food won't you eat?
What food won't I eat?
And I was like, I don't think there is one. Is there a food
There's
you
no
won't
such
eat?
animal.
I'm not. I don't like shredded coconut. I won't eat a Mounds bar.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, look at this.
He'll eat
Hot
it.
wings.
He'll eat,
Thank
Uh,
you, Brian. And these.
All right, so wait, you get to the Hard
okay,
Rock. Did
so
you
wait.
lose the money or what
Wait.
happened?
So here,
Yeah.
this is. I know this is a long story, but I think it's a good one.
I just want to hear the payoff.
Yeah.
Okay. Eat the slice of pizza. Go to the Hard Rock. I'm intending on just redeeming the $600 in chips for cash,
And you're going to walk
putting in
out
my
of there.
pocket,
Yeah.
go home,
Oh,
put
and,
it in the bank.
you're supposed to just leave. You weren't
Oh,
going to
sure.
gamble at all.
No. And then I go in there. I get in there at like 8:12 to the poker cage.
Okay.
Did you know they run like a poker tournament, a $20,000 poker tournament that starts at 6, but the final entry is at 8:15.
Oh, wow. Of course.
So
you
I
did.
get in
Yeah.
there at 8:12.
Wow.
I'm feeling like Popeye, who just had his can of spinach after having my slice of
Right.
Oh my God.
pizza, of my Forge pizza.
Oh my God.
And
It just happened to be a $600 buy-in.
no, it was a $200 buy-in. And again, Dickstein had a $500 chip that he gave me and a $100 chip that he
Oh,
gave me.
okay.
So I give the $500 chip and I said, you know what? Give me a ticket for the tournament and $300 cash change. I
Right.
sit down right at the last minute. At that point, a field of 171 had already been reduced to 126. I sit down at a table, and within a half hour, I had run my starting stack of 40,000 chips to 200,000
Ooh.
chips.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
And I was like,
Fire.
okay, the pizza and the carbs have set my feng shui straight.
Straight from the gods of gambling. You're a free man again. Yes. You were losing every time you went out before this, during this whole keto.
You know what
Not
it's
only
like?
losing, having horrendous things where negative energy was like, all right, the only card that beats me is the 10 on the river, gives the guy straight,
There it is.
and at 10, boom, right.
You know
down
what
the
it's
drain.
like? I'm sorry to cut you off. If you probably don't, a lot of you, and it's really, I love that we get new viewers here that haven't followed us for years. But something Defo has talked about for years is the fat coach that goes thin
Yeah.
and suddenly can't coach. He
That's
was freaking
right.
winning Super Bowls, and now he can't coach.
Sperano.
The guy who goes on a ridiculous diet, whose life is eating, now is eating again. Now back to himself.
Okay, so I run the 40,000 up to 200,000 chips. There's a break. What do I do on the break, Defo?
Get like a sandwich.
Machines.
You get your cheese, your grilled cheese.
Went back to my car and ate another slice.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then what happened?
You have to fuel
Defo?
You
yourself
ordered a
again.
pizza when you got
You
back?
have to
No,
fuel yourself.
I kept
Went
running
into a
chips up.
dietetic coma.
And then there were, 22 players, and I was in the
Diabetic.
money. Then there's another break. And then what do I do?
Another slice.
Went back up to the car.
Yeah, that's your spinach. You already said
got
it's your
the
spinach.
slice.
Did anybody notice you on the security cameers running back?
Yeah,
and
what do they
forth?
think you're
Doesn't matter.
doing?
It's on the third floor of the garage.
Assume you were
Like,
selling
what do they
You
think
go
you're
up
doing?
on the break. They don't care. They're not judgy. They have people doing inhaling eight balls and smoking bales of marijuana out on their.
I'm sure a lot happens in the garage at the hard rock.
A guy going up to his car and eating a leftover slice of pizza.
They're happy about that guy.
They were happy. So, what happens, Defo?
You won.
We get to the final table.
Final table.
Keep playing, and
Jeez, good for you.
Was it winner take
and
all?
I ended up finishing third. So, like you said,
wow.
like
Good
the
for
heat
you.
of the
What kind of money
Panthers,
did you make in that?
and I knocked 5 players out with the bounties. I ended up turning $200 into $2,300.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice.
Good for you.
And you know what
Is
happened when?
Dickstein going to claim now that you're paid in full?
No,
Because you parlayed his money into a bigger payout, so that constitutes
He's
him
good.
paying?
He was
No?
good for
All
the
right.
money. It was all good, all copacetic.
Yeah.
And I got home, and what did I do?
Finish the
You
pizza.
ate.
I finished the
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah, yeah.
It was 3 a.m. I'm
So
a
dig
little
in
bit.
on that stuff over
So-
there. Those
so-
Well, this you don't have to eat, but
But
that's
so
yours.
this brings me to my fork in the road.
Okay.
Do I maintain or right take it? And the question is, do I go back to this keto craziness?
No.
Or do
No,
I just accept
for the
my
sake
true
of everybody else
nature?
who finds this insufferable, including Lubie and me, and all the restaurateurs that are so gracious with us when we come in, and then you give them with that
Hang on.
nonsense. Yeah, I'm on a keto diet, and they're like, wow.
It's like, dude, I just saw you
Yeah.
eat a loaf of bread. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
So here's what I've decided: that I have stumbled. That I do need some bread and pasta in my
Yes.
life to
That's
make
fine.
my brain function
Eh,
properly.
it's
Just
like
don't
when
have
you-
5
But
slices
now
from 5
I'm going
places.
to really cut back on the carbs during the week.
That's
have
fine.
my cheat
Modification,
days
my friend.
and just portion control, exercise,
Thank
and
you.
I will start by raising a hot chicken wing.
Oh, nice, man.
To Brian,
I'll
and
do that
I'm
with
going to
you.
go back on the low carb path right now because Brian prepared a beautiful low carb meal for me. So I'm going to make wise choices, but again, be kind enough to myself and my own true self to allow myself to.
I'm glad
To
you
live,
came to
yes,
this.
you need to live, yes.
So people spend years in therapy to come to the same conclusion. Me, I smoke a joint. I realize, hey, what's the point in restricting yourself? You only live once. No, good. Very
Was that a
good.
good story?
I
It was
like
very
this
good. It had a
story.
happy ending.
I love
You
the
got
ending.
paid by Dickstein. I mean, a lot of stuff happened there. In between, you acknowledged that Dada was a place that was a favorite of many people,
Yes.
even though you had some disparaging things to say about it originally. What do you know about this place before we get into the Wicked Cheesesteak? Taboo, closing
right.
in Palm Beach. You know that story? Or
Before we get into taboo, can I give the final coup de grace on the pizza, the Forge?
Oh, yeah.
Pizza.
What's the story, man? I'll eat some of this while you're done.
I liked it because I thought it was different when I first got it out of the oven. But then when I reheated it at home at 3:30 in the morning after the poker tournament, I pulled it out
Was
and
it
I looked at it and I
bad?
said, "This is just glorified Elio's pizza." And
I think that's what it is. Like I think the square is like when you get when you get the frozen pizza, like when you're
Mhm.
young, the little one,
Mhm.
because that it just looks like a regular pizza.
at
that
ballparks,
is in a
arenas,
square.
sometimes they have those
Yep,
little
yep.
That's the
squares.
best part of the story.
The sauce
the
had
pizza
ab-
wasn't that good.
Right, but when I took a first bite of it,
And you,
Well, of
I
course,
mean,
you haven't had
here's
bread
Mike
in a
Mayo.
month and a
where-
half.
and I don't want to
running
disparage
to
it.
the
I
car.
want.
It's
Here's
probably
my thing with
fine.
pizza. Even bad pizza is good. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
sex.
bread
It's
and
like
cheese and sauce. How bad
anything
it is.
that you have that's hot and fresh out of the oven, especially when it was oozy and creamy. And that was to me, that was a really good part of it when you first got out of the oven. And that cheese, and it seemed like the brick cheese was a completely different kind of consistency and flavor than the typical mozzarella that you get. And I enjoyed that. And I like different styles of pizza. So I urge everybody, if you're in the Delaware area, go check out Twisted Tomato. Form your own opinions. Let me know. If you're a diehard New York pizza lover, you're probably going to think it's not the best thing you ever ate. But again, part of the journey and my own true self.
No, it's good.
Try
I'm
everything.
glad this happened. And the other thing, I like the way Brian does his wings. They remind me, I like the wings that Tark's Clams used to put out.
Yep.
They're kind of crispy on the outside there a little bit, to borrow a little mayo-ese here, and have that little bit of crunch to it. And you could kind of taste a little bit of the charring from the oven, which is fantastic, or the grill. And used to be a place, and I don't know what happened to these people, long gone, but there was a Pines Par 3 golf course.
Oh, yeah. I remember. I used to play there. Yeah.
And they had a little food shack in there that was actually like great. You would never have expected to find this kind of food there. And their wings were very similar to this. So congratulations to Brian again.
Well, these are the classic kind of the buffalo sauce wings. And,
yeah, real good.
He does some really good ones with like honey garlic sauce and honey. But, me.
I like all of that.
I'm trying to avoid the sugar.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this. And that's what I like about what we're doing today.
Is that the mayo sandwich?
It looks like
they do wraps, which we didn't realize.
Bonnie is in attendance. And
so if you're doing what I've tried to have Mayo do,
Bonnie, yes,
and you're eating carbs in a healthy fashion, where you're going low carbs, you can do that here at Wicked because they do wraps. So you don't have to eat the meat out of the wrap. You can eat the wrap because it's low carb. So they do that here, and they do salads as well.
Please don't go back to it.
I'm not throwing in the towel. But June is my favorite month. There's so much to celebrate.
Yeah,
my daughter, the end of the school year.
You're Mike Mayo.
My birthday, the Father's Day. And so I am going to allow myself slight indulgences, keep up the walks of life, and go keto when the opportunity makes sense and presents itself.
There you go.
It's right out of Casino, man. You don't come to the Mayo Lunchbox and talk to a man like Mike Mayo about keto, much less expect to find him.
The thing was,
the
it just was
virtue of this
making
bizarre,
my
go
brain
ahead and kill
chemistry
yourself
was all
back.
misfiring, and just negative energy was being shot out. And
you could sense
it's
it.
so funny. As soon as you get that dough, that warm, cheesy pillow, of dough, it just wrapped my endorphins.
In other words, keep it coming,
a warm
Brian. Keep it
blanket.
coming.
Maybe throw a couple of slices of pizza in the oven.
No.
Go ahead.
I'll
Get
go
this guy
right.
a slice of
No.
pizza. He's got to
I like our
have one on
plan.
his show.
I like our plan.
Oh,
yeah, the sandwich thing. No, we need to do something else.
Yeah, but hey, you mentioned
almost died
wings, and
doing
he does a great job here.
I love the way you do
at
those.
Shenanigans
Those are
does a great job. It's funny because I posted up on the Best of Delaware Facebook group that I also helped Dick Steen with, besides doing the Let's Eat South Florida group. One of our coworkers, the lovely and talented Julia Windsor, she works with the Best of Delray, Julia, and she's looking for good chicken wings, the best chicken wings in Delray Beach. And I don't really have much knowledge base up there.
What do you do with
I've
like
gone
the
to-
franchise, like a Wingstop or like a B-Dubs?
I'm not a big Wingstop friend. I guess they have a Brews room up there that some people go for the wings. They have an Anthony's coal-fired pizza in Delray that some people like, the Anthony's coal-fired oven style with the grilled onions on top. But in Delray, people are saying there's a place called the Turtle Tavern that apparently has good classic wings, and there's a British pub up there that apparently does a good garlic wings called the Blue Anchor Pub. Have you ever seen that place?
Sounds good. I mean,
Yeah.
I like the name there. It's right there with Anchors Away in the dive bar, which turned out to be a gem, as you were saying. I would think you could go a lot of places. I mean, there are a lot of good chicken wings all over. It's very much like the whole pizza scene where everybody has their own individual idiosyncratic taste, and some like wings in a place, and the other people come in and say it's horrible, and vice versa. So
it's what we've learned about food. Food is subjective. There are no right answers. There could be many right answers. It just might not be the right answer for you.
In general, though, I mean, not that many places that you go where you go, man, these wings are absolutely a disaster. I mean, once in a while,
I can think of one.
I was going to say,
yeah.
have you had bad, can you say bad wings? Because I agree with you.
I hate to throw in under the bus like places that have been around a long time and that people love for some reason. And again, I know people who work there, and I've gone in there and I've had some good, bar experiences. But Ricky's in Hollywood, the original one.
I would think that would be the last place that you would mention.
So I went in there
They
one
were
time.
world renowned for this stuff.
They were, and maybe I'm not fair because
I haven't been there in 50
I'm going
years.
off of an experience that had to be 30 years ago. This was in my sports writing days.
What are you going to do?
But after hearing these wings touted so highly by so many people, I went in there with a group of newspaper people, and we got a bunch of their wings. And all I know is I've never, sometimes I ask for a side of blue cheese or a side of ranch like Brian has here. This was the first time after I ordered a bunch of wings that I asked for a side of Nair because
oh, geez, really?
I needed to spray these wings and shave them. They had so many feathers and things coming out of their skin
What?
I don't know why or how or who was looking or not looking in the kitchen that day, but
Is
the
that place
whole
sold by any chance? Or
actually it's on the market right
Oh,
now.
yeah?
They're trying to
Okay.
sell that whole
well,
building.
they're not going to sell it after this.
Yeah, I don't think you're
No,
helping.
well,
That's-
again, this was a long time ago, and I'm sure any place
It
that's
might have
been
been a
in
one-time
business this
thing.
long has to be doing something right. So maybe I just got a bad batch of hairy, feathery
that
wings
can't happen
that
when a place
wasn't
is,
plucked that well. But all I know is every time I had a wing, I was literally
Wow.
Are you
plucking the
kidding me?
feathers out
I've
of,
never
of
seen
a
that in my entire
fried
life.
wing, and it was a little bit off-putting. I gotta say.
little
I would
bit.
imagine that would, kind of taint your impression of
Now, since this was the
this iconic
mid-90s,
place.
and there was no Facebook or Yelp, and there was no Let's Eat South Florida, I couldn't proclaim my disgust and say,
Yeah.
one and done, never going back. I mean,
no.
I just ended up going back there because I do have friends that work there, and I've gone there to drink, and I've had burgers there,
Yeah.
but I've just
You
I
don't have
never
a
got
house full of
wings.
feathers, though.
I've
I mean,
never gotten the wings again
Yeah.
because experience like that is
All right.
you only get one chance.
I remember a long time ago. I mean,
To make a
everybody
first
couldn't wait to go there. They were absolutely fantastic. But I would say that in general, for the most part, most of the places that are serving wings have it in some fashion that is going to be appealing to most people.
Yes.
They
Yeah, I was gonna say,
they do
I
a
mean,
pretty good
I
job.
tell you
around
what
South
is
Florida.
appealing to most people today. Thursday is our Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Thursday,
Yes.
Those wings were fantastic.
Those
if you're
wings were
making your own.
great.
when we had
Yeah.
the broasted chicken there at Delaware Chicken
Yeah, that
Farm
was
and
tremendous.
Seafood Market, just like everything we've
Even the
had
stuff
there.
they made last
They
week.
make stuff for us. They prepare things, that you can take home.
Yep.
And they have, of course, the finest in, the poultry, seafood, steaks, sausages that you could cook yourself at home on the grill, on the stove, wherever you want. It is a fantastic place, especially now during the summer grilling season. Go to Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. It's at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just below Sterling Road there, across from the old Seminole Classic Casino. Big chicken on the roof. You can't miss it. We love going there once a month for our monthly remotes, just as we love being here at Wicked Cheesesteaks. But when you go into Delaware, they will take great care of you. They have the value, the price, the selection. Go online to DelawareChicken.com for their weekly specials and latest offerings. They'll show you what the catch of the day is. And right now, the fish looks gorgeous. The grouper is from the Gulf Coast. It looks so big and meaty, and they get the best, freshest product in there. You'll really want to check it out. So go online to DelawareChicken.com. Better yet, go into the store itself, and Doug Carter and crew, Jose, the manager, Gene, who takes great care of us, cooking every time that we go in there. It is a fantastic spot. Been in business since the 50s, and there's a reason places like that become institutions, because they're great. Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Tell them the Lunchbox section.
I'm looking at this dog, adorable, and on the table, very tempting, Mike Mayo, to just go and snatch those 2 slices of pizza and put them in front of you, because everything they do here at Wicked Cheesesteaks is amazing.
He even
right?
makes a nice pie.
It's a nice pizza.
But Popeye doesn't need his spinach yet because he's not going to a poker table or
Hey,
track
took
today.
down
so-
2,200, and that's pretty sweet. That sets you up beautifully for Gulfstream tomorrow, and we'll set you up for that and continue with this edition of the Lunchbox in a moment.
Looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more? Go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally, and they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Go in there on a Wednesday. They got buy one, get one on cheesesteaks from 5 to 8 p.m. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Beach Cafe. It's a South Florida landmark, and it's one happy restaurant right on the water. Tables literally on the beach. A place where you could dip your toes in the sand, kick back, relax with island vibes, tropical drinks, and live music daily. You know it. It's at One Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. And of course, it has Chef Chris Nealon and his famed Caribbean Floridian cuisine. The huge menu with something for everyone. Seafood, raw bar, conch fritters, burgers, sandwiches, salads, deli specials, and of course, that famous Bimini bread. They've got a great staff that'll take great care of you. There's something to celebrate every day. Open 7 days until late. Parking available on site. Happy hour weekdays 4 to 7 p.m. Go check out more at arubabeachcafe.com. Better yet, go in there yourself at Aruba Beach Cafe. Good food, drinks, friends, and laughter are always the catch of the day. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you.
Here we are back on the Lunchbox at a busy Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. Got the lunch crowd coming in. Everybody's chowing down, having a good time.
Those are deadly, Mayo.
What is that? We've got something that's fried, and
mac and cheese bites.
Mac and cheese bites.
Not keto friendly.
No,
and
no.
But you're off that, so
no, I fell off last night.
All right,
and
all right.
what I'm going to be doing, I don't want to be insufferable about that.
yeah,
I'd rather you
we
not.
don't want to hear that
I'd
story
rather you
again.
not.
But I mean, it was good, but you know, every time it probably loses.
I'm not
going to
tell you the story again.
It's
I'm
all
just
about
going to tell
moderation.
you
Moderation.
that now, when confronted with choices of like a nice lean chicken wing
Oh, you should try one. I mean, just
versus-
out of courtesy.
He's
all
had
right,
it.
so this is what
One
a
bite,
fried mac and cheese
Yes,
bite.
yes.
Which what are you
fantastic.
supposed to dunk it in? Like
The
a
aioli.
creamy?
Yeah,
Oh, the
dunk it
garlic
in there.
They make
aioli.
their
Yeah,
own
that's
aioli.
Garlic aioli. So this
That's
is basically
Here we go.
low
Like Mayo,
fat,
ladies and gentlemen.
low carb, low cholesterol.
Slow nothing.
I'm
I know
being
it's not low in anything.
No,
I am
it's not low.
joking.
in
It's
anything.
high in everything, but then you just have one.
They're
You
literally
don't need
deadly.
to have 12.
Absolutely deadly.
Just have
I mean,
one,
not
maybe two,
Yeah.
and then it's okay. Just
If
like
you
the
wanted
person.
your people to eat less of the more expensive stuff at your party, get a bunch of these and serve them first. As appetizers, because they will fill
Actually
you
the
up
move,
quickly.
yeah, that's
See, I
right.
didn't need that. That
You didn't.
That's a bite now
but now
to
you,
me.
yeah, but now you know
Of
you can
course
control
it's
yourself.
delicious. Of course it's decadent. But if I do that every day,
No, but don't have to do it
there
every
won't
day.
be a
Yeah.
lunchbox.
You don't have to
much
do it
longer.
every day.
Do it once in a while.
Speaking of being around much longer, kudos to Mama Mayo. We did that. We didn't have a show yesterday because she had to go for some of her annual physical
Yes.
stuff, and
Yeah.
I took her there. And doctor is amazed. Again, more than 5 years plus outside of getting a stage 4 melanoma cancer
That's
diagnosis,
amazing.
and she's still alive and kicking.
Well, wasn't
at
it?
90.
Was it pancreatic?
No, it was melanoma,
okay,
but
okay,
spread
okay.
to her
But it
other parts.
metastasized,
It
though.
metastasized to her
Yeah, which
lungs,
is the
her
scariest
brain.
word in the
She
world.
had all kinds of
treatments, but she's like Jimmy Carter. And you know how Jimmy Carter said he was going into hospice care,
Yeah, it
but
was
he's
2
still
years
with
ago,
us.
yeah.
Oh, he's still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Again, because
Really?
of,
I didn't even know that.
and this is what, again, it happened with my mom, that when you go into hospice now, it just means you're not getting any further treatment, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be, kicking the bucket
interesting.
right away.
Okay.
And
That's what
actually,
it used to
sometimes
mean.
now people outlive the hospice thing where they come back after 6 months and say, "Oh, you're still here. You haven't deteriorated. We're kicking you out of hospice."
Oh, wow.
I know this.
Roberta Duran. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a great.
Well,
comeback.
that's what my mother did. They
Yeah.
kicked her out of hospice last. She just keeps coming back for more. And the blood work yesterday, the doctor said, and this is all personal stuff, but she doesn't care. When you hit 90, you don't give a crap about anything.
Man, it's
You
amazing.
don't have a say anymore.
But the doctor said her blood work is perfect. It's better than 99% of the people's blood
Oh,
work
yeah?
that I
That's
see
amazing.
of any age.
That's
Did
amazing.
you
So-
swap it out with yours? No.
No, mine would
No,
be
you
much
know what?
worse.
It's-
And this is rather
Yours is
dispiriting.
measured on a seismograph. What are you talking
It's rather
about?
dispiriting that my mother is going to outlive us all. And
Don't worry about it. That's nice.
That's a blessing.
No,
you
because
jerk.
she keeps moving, man. I see her on the walk
That's
of life. I mean,
amazing.
it may be a short walk. Of
No,
life,
it's
but-
good. It's great. It's great for
B.
her.
Mayo
It's
is a
just,
fighter, and we love it.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
takes the licking. And
Well, have a
keep
few
on
more of
ticking.
those, Mike, while you're at it.
No, don't be a bad
We
influence.
want to have
One's enough.
future
What'd you
lunchbox.
think of that, though?
We've
Man,
had it
that-
before. It's great.
That was as loaded a cheese bite as you'll
It's-
get in something
It's
like
a
that.
very
Yeah.
creamy, cheesy, fried up bite, which
If Lubie had used those as the hors d'oeuvres at his wedding, I would have stuck around longer.
Well,
we wouldn't have
This- I
whipped
love-
out the machete and gone out.
I love
back
the
door.
classic
Yeah.
buffalo hot sauce on it. I'm not going to
That's
get
good sauce.
messy anymore.
That really
All right, a
is.
couple of topics. I just got a text today from somebody saying, "Did you hear this about kitchens going on strike today?" Around, I have no idea what this person is talking about.
What does that
These
mean? I
pieces
Internet
that are coming out.
rumors.
Are you
Huh?
watching this?
All I know is the kitchen is not on strike here.
No.
Do they have a special today? I got to look over here.
That's
It's
Wednesday. Ooh, watch it. Your
uh-oh.
pizza.
Hey,
I
he
was not.
just-
I was not
Hey.
reaching for your friend. Sorry.
Luby's getting a
I
little
wanted to
frisky
save
today.
the
What
phone, but I wasn't
I guess
reaching
those
for your
mac and
friend.
cheese bites might have made him a little bit.
Thursdays.
There we
Thursdays, their
go.
pizza special day, and you should
His
be able to
phone
see
is
it.
Today's
now-
the day, man, and the pizzas
That's
are
your
looking
phone.
great. I'm looking.
Your
at
phone's
the,
by default's
His-
foot. I
is
was
that
not.
my phone?
It was your
Okay,
phone. I wasn't
okay. That's
reaching
gonna be another
past your
crack in the
crotch for
phone.
your phone.
Another
I'm
sign of
sorry.
a good restaurant. Everybody
We're
who's
getting
eating is
close, and I
happy.
love that we're
Yes.
getting close. We're never going to be that close ever.
All right.
Never.
So I have no idea what this person is talking about a kitchen strike. If anybody knows,
I've heard
just
nothing about this.
put it on the Let's Eat
Yeah.
group and just start rumors like crazy.
What about this Taboo place? What do you know about that?
That
up in
taboo
Palm Beach?
place. Oh,
Yeah.
here's what I know is that I've never been there. I think it was one of those like Palm
82
Beach,
years. 82
Palm
years.
Beach haunts of like the Kennedys and people
Oh,
that
yeah, wow.
before they would I've never been there. I'm sorry that it's gone after 82 years, but the news I heard is that the space is going to be taken over and turned into a new swank restaurant by one Thomas Keller,
Oh, yeah?
the super chef Thomas Keller, who everybody knows for the French Laundry
See,
in
I knew
California.
you'd know something about this.
Yeah.
All right.
And I guess the word is he's going to be opening up one of his concepts. He's got in New York now Per Se, which is one of these fancy multi-course menus like he does at French Laundry in California. He also has here in Surfside the Surf Club, which is kind of a classic throwback to American excess of the 50s and things
Yeah,
like
Lubie and
beef
I often
Wellington.
hang out there, man.
All the
Lubie,
time.
we go
That
to
was
the,
the-
we
Like
go
a
to the
weekly
club. We don't
thing.
even call it the surf
That was
club.
the scene of my priciest
Club, yeah.
review meal. That the
Oh yeah.
Sun Sentinel. It was $600 for 3 people,
Three.
and then plus $300 for wine. That was out of my pocket, so it was a $900
Jeez.
tab,
9 sticks for
for
3.
three.
For
Yeah.
3 people.
which I guess have recently almost surpassed with
You
the
did.
Runway 84 Mother's Day feast.
Wow, that was.
But
that was a
Nobody
whole
wants to
other
hear about
story, yeah.
these fancy meals. People want to talk. The big, I guess, buzz of the day was on Let's Eat. Was somebody voiced some concerns and disappointment with, of all things, McDonald's.
Oh.
Oh yeah, what's happening there?
Well, supposedly they're a disaster lately. I haven't had
Well,
McDonald's in forever.
lately, I really think it's not only gone downhill in terms of the quality, but just the pricing has gotten out of control. So this guy basically got a Big Mac and he took a picture of this horrible, like the patty, which is, it's always been
It's
their
always been
regular
small.
burger.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
always been on the small side, but this one didn't even cover the bun. He took a picture. There's 300 comments on there. Basically, people saying that McDonald's, it used to be, it's McDonald's. It's not the greatest food in the world,
But
but
it's
it was
cheap.
quick and it was a good value. And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
the value's
It
not
was
there.
tasty. I mean,
Well, but now a
appealed
Big
to your
Big
taste
Mac's like
buds, yeah.
$7. I think a Big
Oh,
Mac
look
meal
out.
is like
Yeah,
$10.
Big Mac
$10.
meals are over $10.
You can go
Now,
tonight,
yeah,
Land
talk about
Rover.
great value. This place, and
Wow.
here I
There
am
it
back
is.
on the keto
Holy.
bus.
It does look like.
Just when we thought you were cured, he comes with this.
I don't know if
Unbelievable,
anybody
man.
can see this, but this Brian crafted a
Philly
cheesesteak
cheesesteak salad.
without the big, the famous
Do we
roll,
do
the
a,
Ira
do you
Rosa
do a
roll.
dressing one? I guess you don't need a
Instead,
dressing one.
over
Can you eat
a
that with your hands?
bed
I
of
mean,
lettuce.
No, he
what were you
gave
doing?
him
some
he
melted
gave him-
provolone cheese. Yeah, I can't do this with my
Oh,
hands.
yeah, all right.
Pepperoni, some hot peppers. I'm going to dig into this in a minute, but
Yeah,
And that's all
that
yours.
looks good.
My-
It looks really good. I mean,
It actually looks great.
I don't know about the salad part so much, but the cheesesteak part looks excellent.
I'm going in, and
I like that people can realize. Look, I was making fun of Mayo, and then I was thinking, like, dang, what do you get here that's not keto? And Brian's like, what do you mean? We can make anything into a salad. I'm like, oh, that's smart. I didn't, because
Look
Shirley
at that.
does that with Chipotle.
Holy
Like,
moly.
she doesn't want that when she's eating less carbs, she'll get
Dig in there.
a salad. And I'm like,
Salad,
oh, okay, why not
pepperoni.
do that here?
you notice I'm not going to go for any lettuce
No,
on this
because
first
you're
bite.
Mayo.
This is all
Zero.
pure
I mean,
meat and
I would
cheese.
dodge the lettuce altogether and
'Cause
go
you're
get a
Mayo.
piece of bread.
There we go.
All right, Mike Mayo, ladies and gentlemen, again,
Oh, wow.
insulting the intelligence of every viewer with his, faux pas keto salad.
That is melt in your mouth deliciousness.
Yep.
See, I'm not a big fan of fried foods anymore because
We don't eat it
It's
that much.
understandable. Yeah.
it's a little bit harder
It's
on my
heavy.
system.
Yeah.
It's heavy. This I love, where you just got like meats
Meat
and
and
Look at that,
cheeses, and
pepperoni, and you got everything in there.
Pepperoni,
Holy man.
peppers, a little tomato. Here, let me get the
Just
lettuce
Get some
down.
lettuce,
skip
Let's
please.
get
tomato,
some
yeah.
green
Yeah,
in my
let's get some
salad.
lettuce.
Jeez, yeah,
There
why
we
ru-
go.
Why
Please
ruin a
have
good
some
bite?
lettuce.
Unbelievable. Mike Mayo, ladies and gentlemen. The
There you go.
Wow.
keto obsession salad. It's on the
1
menu
ounce of meat.
here at Wicked Cheesesteaks.
That's my problem too, Scott. Yes.
I don't
Mayo will go healthy by eating red meat and,
And pepperoni.
like a salami. I know.
Excessive amounts
and
of
then
red meat,
heavy
yes.
cheese. That's Mayo going healthy. But well,
Yeah.
look, it's whatever.
Hey, now there's a place in it's got a red and yellow emblem, and it's like one word, like races or something, chicken. And what's that place? They're opening up all over the place here now. Some kind of fried chicken joint.
Oh, the one that does the chicken
I saw a
fingers,
new
right?
one, they do
Raising
chicken-
Canes. You mean
Raising
Raising
Cane's
Canes.
two
yeah.
words.
Yeah,
Supposedly, it's really good, but I don't. They're only. I think they opened up one like in a
I
weird
just
part of
saw, I
Miami.
saw one opening up on
Point
Federal
Beach.
Highway.
Okay, over
yeah.
here.
Point
over here.
Beach.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, when
and
Miami's open, there's one in
the-
Miami too.
Is really okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
I
there's
think
another one coming.
There's
soon.
one coming here.
it's a southern thing. I guess they're in. I don't even know.
It's
where,
like a
but
Zaxby. I
my
don't know if you've heard of
daughter,
Zaxby's.
my
but I
daughter
think it's
knows
like
about it
Zaxby's.
from, I guess, the either Instagram or the TikTok. A lot of people go crazy
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the Raising Canes. I haven't tried it yet, so
I have yet to try it.
it'll
either.
be on my list.
But
of
I've heard
things
it's
to
really good.
try. I mean, I like PDQ. I still like Chick-fil-A. I think they do their regular sandwich well. Of course, everybody went crazy over the Popeyes fried
Yeah, well.
chicken sandwich.
Why did that die out? I mean, they're not promoting it
'Cause
anymore.
it's a chicken
like they
sandwich.
used to.
because
I mean, how much can you do with chicken sandwich?
It had its moment, and no. But to get back to McDonald's for a second, because
See, I used to like McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie. Their breakfast sandwich to me was as good a fast food breakfast
but
as
the
it
last
was.
time I love the Egg McMuffin also,
Yeah.
and I remember I used to get it like for $1.99,
Yeah,
$2.29.
It's like $4.
Last
each.
time, and I don't get it with the home fries or coffee. I just get the sandwich.
Yep.
Last time I got it was like $5. It was like
Oh, really?
$4.79 or
Oh,
something like
God.
that for one Egg McMuffin.
Come
And then, all right, so this is what happened. Yesterday with my mom, after her doctor's appointment, she felt like she wanted a burger. So she likes McDonald's cheeseburgers.
My mom likes their burgers too.
Just the small little basic cheeseburger,
Yep,
nothing
yep,
too much.
Yep.
And so we pull up, and she didn't want any fries. She's trying to avoid the fried food. She gets a basic cheeseburger.
Oh, that must be non-existent.
No, cheeseburger. Remember they used to have like on Wednesdays for 39 cents,
39 cents. Yep. I
and
think it's like
a
$1.50.
small vanilla shake. And I thought the small vanilla shake used to come in a thing that was like,
Nah, it's like
16
this, man.
ounces.
It's like this.
So they hand me, first of all, guess how much it was for a small vanilla shake and a cheeseburger?
$4.50, $5.
$6.10.
Really? Oh my God.
And
No longer a bargain at that point.
and she hands me this little cup.
Yep.
It looks like a urine specimen cup with the
That was
shake.
the small
And
shake.
it wasn't even thick. At one point they were making some decent shakes,
Their
putting whipped
shakes are
cream
actually
on
pretty
it.
solid.
That it was like this thin, watery, like it just looked like chocolate milk, except vanilla milk instead of chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It was just so loose. I said, "Excuse me, isn't this supposed to be a thick shake?" And the woman just said, "That's how it comes out." And I was like, "Okay." Then.
No.
We want to, disassociate ourselves from that impression there. That was done by Mike Mayo of the typical McDonald's worker.
Well, it was a completely
That was, I guess, that person's.
dismissive and uncaring, and like,
Yeah,
this
I
is what you
understand that
get.
part, yeah.
I get my little minimum wage or whatever it is, and to hell with everything. And which is
a
why
good
there
deal,
is now mass discontent seen on this post of like, why am I going into McDonald's to spend $10 on a Big Mac value meal when you can go to a place like Gilbert's 17th Street Grill, and for a few dollars more you get a fantastic.
You're getting really
quality.
good at this. You threw in a sponsor in the
Yeah,
midst of that whole thing.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not cheap, I guess it loses a lot of its appeal. I would say this on the breakfast sandwich because Sarni mentioned this to me, and they have sometimes this 2 for $5 deal, which I used to buy 2 of these, and I would give one of the sandwiches mistakenly to Harvey Fialkoff while we were on the air, and then I would end up literally with an omelet on my face. But the Burger King croissant, breakfast sandwich at 2 for $5 is a heck of a deal there in the morning. You're going to pay a lot of money at like Dunkin' Donuts, so those are like $5.99 or something like that.
Yeah.
But as pricing goes versus quality, that Burger King sandwich at 2 for $5.
Well, it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of the other fast food joints are doing
They
more
do a
of
lot
those
of these
combo
deals,
more than McDonald's. McDonald's seems to be trying to
pulling it back,
maximize profits now,
which is weird.
And here's
Aren't
my
they closing a bunch of them? Yeah,
I don't know, but
isn't that,
here's my
oh
other
God,
beef
look
with
at
them.
this
And
guy.
by the way, Brian, thank you very much. Applause. This is delicious and
Wow.
keto friendly. And now
Wow.
he's got a chicken wrap
Whatever you did there is fantastic.
For
Yeah, I mean,
Lubie with tater tots. Go ahead.
Diving
You
in for
we can
more here,
reach. Go for it. Get the
Mayo
cheesy
Man,
bits.
yes.
Do you do mayonnaise? I don't
Oh.
even know if you guys have mayonnaise. I've never even asked about mayonnaise.
I'm using a
He's
shovel.
got whatever
there.
you
Eat
want.
this now.
All right. So here's my other beef with McDonald's, because it seems like now they're trying to drive everybody to use their app to get deals and promotions.
We talked about that.
And every time we try to get the app, and I think I've downloaded it before, it's never loaded up. It has to be updated. It doesn't remember who I am. It doesn't remember my store. I'm pulling up, and you can't get it. Like
Defo, eat the other half.
their app is it's like if
That's powerful.
the people from I don't even know, from
It's like the beginning
Comcast
of the
cable,
internet. Yeah, it was like the beginning of the internet.
the people who drive you crazy every time you try to like do something with your cable and have somebody come out. Like the McDonald's app is that same kind of,
Yeah, it sucks.
throw your head against the wall frustration, and then you end up not being able to get whatever their special deal was, where you buy one and get the next one for a penny.
Yep.
So McDonald's, I guess you better be on notice, because the people are speaking and they're not happy. And,
I was at their origins, of course. This was relatively new. The original McDonald's, I still remember when they were under 1 million sold.
Oh wow.
And one of the original ones, on the East Coast was in Merrick, Long Island. Loved it. I was addicted to it. And then for many years when you're in college, obviously you're inclined to do that. But I'm not really oriented towards going to fast food in general anymore, even though I love it. And McDonald's would be like the last of the places I probably go into. Not for reasons of their decline or high pricing. It's just it doesn't really have the appeal.
Doesn't
it
appeal.
Yeah.
I still sometimes McDonald's, when you get a good batch of the fresh French fries.
The French fries are great. I mean, the French fries are great.
Best of the
fast food fries
burger
outside of
places.
Nathan's is my favorite fry.
But my point of view now is, why go to those places
Not for that price.
when again, for a few dollars more, you come to a place like Wicked Cheesesteaks, and call me crazy, or
that is so delicious.
I would rather come in here,
it's real food too,
and spend the $12.99 or the $14.99 for a really good quality meats and preparations, a salad, a cheesesteak. Oh, by the way, Defo, I didn't mean to rag on you or anything like that, but did you hear the latest news out of Wicked Cheesesteaks and Brian?
Oh, your thing with your sandwich, that's such a bogus content. It's like listening to Ron DeSantis. I mean,
did you hear what happened to your sandwich?
Oh, took it off the menu?
Yeah,
it's 86th.
Wow.
But
I guess people weren't digging the smaller.
Well, that's the thing. If you're getting a
cheesesteak,
cheesesteak, you want a cheesesteak. You don't want a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like we talked about that. Devo and I from the beginning said that. Like we like the idea of it.
You want the excess.
Yeah, if you're coming to get a cheesesteak at Wicked Cheesesteaks, you don't want like a little sandwich. Like I would, but most people, if you're coming to get a cheesesteak, you want a cheesesteak. So
now,
you're not going to V&S and asking for the Italian wrap.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saddened by this news, because I liked the Defo sandwich.
It was good. Yeah.
Because I liked having it a little bit smaller, and I like poppy seeded buns.
Yeah.
It's just that people are such slaves to expectations and tradition.
Yeah.
And they hear cheesesteak, they want it on that Amoroso roll, the long bun.
I like it in a wrap. I do. Actually.
Well, this is on a roll.
This is a chicken Philly wrap.
Well, that
really
looks
good.
like a
If you haven't
burrito.
tried it.
Yeah.
And
I have to dig in on that.
I'm
You're right.
right
So you
now.
gotta try it.
I'm just going to sit here. I don't know the time because my phone is smashed to bits on
Time
the
to talk
floor.
about one of our other
We
fine
definitely.
Oh, yeah,
should talk about the place you were the other day.
You know what? What I need to talk about, because it's June 1st, and I've been so busy this week eating pizza and
Yeah, we need to
gambling
make
that
a
I didn't
commercial
make
for these
the
people.
new spot for our new sponsor. So I'm going to give them a little love
Yeah,
right
give 'em a-
now. The folks at Gilbert's 17th
Can't
Street
wait.
Grill.
Are we trying to get back out there?
Yeah, we're going to try to get in there next week. I've got to
Nice.
get in touch with Lenore, is the fantastic
place
matriarch
is
of the Gilbert family. And, of course, her children, Richie and Beth, also help run the joint. It's a real family operation.
Yep.
It's in the Cordova shops there, 1824 South Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale. You know that shopping plaza. It has a Publix in it. It has a Total Wine, and it's off in the corner there. They've been there for a long time. I think they've been open about 13, 14 years now.
Wow.
Great place for burgers, wings. You talk about good chicken wings. I forgot. They have great chicken
everything
wings.
they do there, really.
They do a great
have,
job.
again, and if you're on the health-minded side of the street, they do this beautiful seared tuna salad,
Oh, wow.
ahi tuna, along with other kinds of salads and healthy slaws and anything you want. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill, but of course, the reason to go there most of all is their delicious burgers. I mean, they've won different competitions and awards. They are one of my favorite burgers in Broward County, and they'll take great care of you too. It's a fast casual place that's open every day but Sunday, and you go in there. They're open from 11 to 9 p.m., and it's a great place to go. We're going to be there next week. I know that National Burger Day just passed, but every day is Burger Day at Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. Go there. Tell them that the Lunchbox sent you.
Having a ball again. Wicked Cheesesteaks here. It's just south of Commercial, east side of Federal Highway, and people are always asking, "Hey, where can I go get a good cheesesteak?" You can get that, and then so much more here.
Yep.
It's absolutely fantastic. Should be your Heat Panther headquarters.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make that association, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway.
For pickup for
No,
I don't
for
know if
like
they're
a
the
party at your
official
house.
headquarters of the Heat Panthers, but
That's my
any
cheese.
kind of food that
and
you're
this is
looking for
ranch.
to have during a game, say you're having a bunch of the friends and family over, whatever, to watch
Yeah.
these games together. This is the spot. Pizzas look outstanding.
Well, the three things you think of are
Yeah.
pizza, wings, and hoagies, right? There
Yeah.
you go. Like,
and great fried items like the
you want some
macaroni
apps.
cheese balls. Those are great.
And we got to mention the dessert tray. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they're
every
big.
time we
flavors.
come in, there's something new. Besides, they used to
Yeah.
have just the whoopie pies, which was a great
Those are
homemade
great,
thing,
yeah.
and black and white cookies. Then he had ice cream, and he still has the ice cream. They're
Yep.
making it house-made ice cream. And now we come in and there's a full display case. It looks like Lester's Diner.
It's unreal. Yeah.
Because he bakes these cakes that actually are used in Lester's
I
Diner.
don't know
we're
how he
supposed
does
to
it.
say
It's a
out
small
loud, but yeah.
kitchen. It's pretty incredible. All right, we'll come back and we'll wrap up this Wicked Cheesesteak edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox in a moment.
Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you.
I apologize. Back on the Lunchbox, I apologize. Face is filled with food. I'm not very good at portion control. That's the part of life that...
No, you're
That's,
not.
gonna be an
That's
essential
my
of this
thing.
epiphany you've had and this new Mike Mayo.
That's my thing.
Which, the people were starting to get really angry. I mean, if you saw some of the hate mail that we got during this whole keto thing, they already put up with your nonsense with the Lent and where you denounce Judaism.
No, please. I gave up alcohol. That has nothing to do with starting a religious holy war. I was just trying to do a little bit of personal purification.
To those of you criticizing my eating, if you've noticed over
he
the
didn't denounce Judaism, but
year,
he kind of made us a little confused. Let's
I
put it
was
that
bar
way.
well, he's a
mitzvahed,
confused guy.
of the Jewish faith. Families buried in the Jewish
Yeah.
cemetery. So let's.
You were
let's
just
clear
trying
up-
something.
So
You're
he
mis-
claims.
You're killing me.
You're Mr. Extreme. So
Literally
anyways,
killing
those
me.
criticizing my eating, if you notice over the year we've been doing this, I usually don't eat. But
Look at
when
me.
we're here, it's really hard for me not to eat because Brian just keeps bringing the food out and bringing the food out and bringing the food out. And there's no owner or chef sitting here. So I'm going to sit in this chair. If I'm in this chair and this food's here, I can't control myself.
It
So
really
I
is,
feel
man.
how
What a
Mayo
great
feels,
assortment of stuff.
especially when I'm out
Yeah,
here.
that was fantastic.
I feel very doughy.
I feel
today.
ready for the game. Yeah, I feel ready for the game.
I was feeling lean and mean, but I also had my feng shui was messed up. So
Yeah.
now I'm back. Mike Mayo, as usual, trying to be good, trying to take
You're
the
a
right
winner
path.
again.
Winner again. I've always been a winner, Defo. It's just sometimes I have money in my pocket and sometimes I don't.
All right,
That's true.
that's
That's
a good
one way
way of
of
looking at
proceeding.
things. Yeah, that's fantastic.
What kind of
Hey, look, you're
BS
getting
we
paid
come
to
That-
from?
stuff
that
your
sounds like
face
a
for an
gambler.
hour
That
on,
sounds
in
like a
front of
degenerate,
106,000 people. I
Now,
love it.
I had some more things to talk about, but I completely forgot because I'm on like 2 hours of sleep, filled with Ilio's pizza, not Ilio's pizza, the Forge pizza,
Yeah, yeah.
which seemed
But
like
should not
Ilio's.
get a favorable review here.
No, you know what?
You
I
didn't
don't
mean to
say that.
denounce it, though. You didn't mean to. I mean,
I
When it was
mean,
fresh,
it
you
had
liked
its
it,
appeal.
so-
Would I
You
go
were
back-
running back to your car to have more.
The answer is yes. I would go back there and eat something which has more ingredients and more toppings on it, and
Yeah.
have it sit down at the restaurant with a group and see how it comes out there.
Yeah.
Again, different. I love different styles of pizza. I like the thin, Chicago Midwestern tavern style, like the deep.
By the way, this Dr. Brown had to be a hell of a scientist to come up with this diet.
It's all
so-
coming back to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
You need a plunger. You don't need a napkin.
He's like passing
What
out.
the heck?
Brian walked in and Mayo was passing out.
Brian's wondering why he
Yes, it
sponsors
actually
the
is.
show.
Thank
What
God.
are you talking about?
Thank God.
predictions for the Heat Denver series. What do we got, guys? What do you think's going to happen tonight and the series overall?
Well, tonight, I mean, it's one of those things you feel like you got to see one. I think Denver
Let's
wins
head, Jim.
tonight, and Denver wins the series.
Well, all right, Lubie, the Super
I
Heat
hate
fan.
making a prediction exactly on my team, especially when I don't know if they're going to win. But I'm more the fact that they were able to put away Boston, I'm okay. This series is sort of a gravy series for me. I think the Nuggets are the better team, and I could see them winning in 6. I think if you're the Heat and you want to be in this series, you have to win tonight. They've been off for 9 days. Like, rust is a thing. We've talked with athletes. You don't want to be off that long, and the Heat are in a groove. So, to me, this is not a winner, whatever, must win, but I think this is a big opportunity for the Heat tonight.
All I know is, I hate to make comparisons between this Heat team and the 96 Panthers team. That Panthers team seemed to overachieve with a bunch of scrubs and guys that got completely dismissed by national media and other teams. And again, it's the same kind of mentality now with all these undrafted players who've turned into stars, Caleb Martin and Duncan Robinson. And the question is, now that they're going against this juggernaut team, and Denver Nuggets have looked like a juggernaut throughout the regular season, throughout the playoffs, they look to have the best player in the series.
Yeah.
They also so the question is, once the Heat gets to the thin air of the Rocky Mountains, is that going to be another thing that will throw a monkey wrench into what we've seen? And they've already been inconsistent.
Yep,
It's a long
sure.
way of saying I think we might be in store for what the
Did they win or
Panthers.
lose?
Oh, he thinks they're going to get rocked.
But the
He thinks they're
Panthers
gonna get
faced, the Panthers got swept by the Colorado Avalanche in the '96 series. I'm afraid that we might be looking at a Nuggets sweep, and that's if I had if somebody said a gun to my head, what are you going to bet on a prop? I'll say Denver in 4, and then I'll still take the Heat money line, so I'll get big odds each way in cash. Either if the Heat somehow pull out the series in 7 games, so it's either going to be Heat in 7 or Denver in 4. That's my prediction.
I don't mind.
Mr. Hedge Fund himself there, Mike Mayo. I'm going to stick a fork in the Heat after that dissertation. All right, good, Mike. We're going to be out at Gulfstream tomorrow. Let's hope your luck continues. Yeah.
Is this fun or what?
This was
tomorrow
You were in a good mood today because you finally came to your senses.
Well, yeah, nothing like a little.
You fought it. I mean, you kept saying, "I know, I'm on the keno."
A little pizza, a little poker.
Look what you ordered. I mean, think about that.
A little mac and cheese bite.
You've transformed.
Mac and cheese bite. Hey, thanks again to Brian and Sonata here at Wicked Cheesesteaks. Come on out. It's 4826.
How do they do that?
And they have their pizza deals tonight are great.
$10 for a pizza.
Yeah, $10
It's
pizza
nice
deals.
size pizza.
And they got the BOGO on the cheesesteaks on Wednesday evenings. Wicked Cheesesteaks is closed on Tuesdays, so don't come out here on a Tuesday. And if you happen to come out and, just be nice to Brian. He was telling us somebody, he had a family emergency. He had to close the shop for a few hours. And some woman went on to Yelp and was screaming about the fact that she couldn't get a Mike Mayo sandwich. And while I'm flattered that people are driving hours to try the Mike Mayo sandwich, you got to
drove all the way from
if a place is closed, there's a reason.
It was like going to a game and then LeBron
doesn't play.
Not playing.
Yeah, or
you bought these tickets a year ago in anticipation of seeing a
There's always another day. It's like
try again.
And I'm glad that the Mike Mayo sandwich is still doing well, unlike the Defo sandwich. Rest in peace.
Well, that's
Defo. And it's not a competition. I feel a little sad.
I am sad.
You love it. I mean, you're the one that brought it up. Let's get out of here, Mike Mayo.
It's time to go. We'll see you tomorrow at Gulfstream Park. Until then, go Heat and enjoy every
keto
breadless sandwich and salad.